So hello everyone, this is Aether Nightmare and welcome back to Genshin Impact. We are continuing Sunny Summer Fontinalia and we are working on those we have lost, part 2. So let us head back to the ship to continue. Ooh, management details showed like I could maybe upgrade? Was there something here? Marvelous abilities. Oh, that's right, I could level these. That's what it's yelling at me for. Increased durability. Is that what it wants me to do? Add 8 slots to the treasure inventory. Oh my gosh, I'm doing that. Yeah, okay, it does give recommended. Unlocked Fatimir water blades. Yeah, most of that will probably be done on live stream. In between actual story. Or after main story, I mean.
Ah, you're here. We should get going then. Xavier and the others should be filming soon.
How's it going? Have you managed to figure out the location of your home yet?
I've narrowed down a few potential locations. We just need to take a sample from each one. Once the equipment analyzes them, we should know the exact location and where to find the entrance.
Great! We should get started then.
I always forget that we can breathe underwater, so it always catches me off guard. We're kind of surrounded by boom booms
Right.
down here.
Let's get a move on. That should do it. Let's head back. The filming should be just about done. We made good time. We might even know the location by the end of the day.
You sound pretty happy about that.
Do I? I suppose I've just had enough of these anomalies I've been dealing with. The sooner I can fix them, the better. Anyway, enough chit-chat. We have work to do. Oh, but let's head in through the side door. I don't want to run into the crew on the deck. All right, now we just need to wait for the results. Since we have some time to kill, I suppose I might as well see how this aquarium of yours is coming along. You seemed quite enthusiastic about it, after all.
It's like when your mom wants to see how well you've cleaned your room and you haven't even started yet. Well, technically, I've started the project, but I was gonna save it until after this story business.
It's really coming together.
Those we have lost. Act 2, begin. I mean, if it has me do more in the middle, that's one thing. Go to the aquarium below. Am I gonna get yelled at for not having very much in there yet? But I bought you all these things to start your project. Or more like I bought my things to start the project.
Kind of impressive, actually.
And they're like, you haven't done anything with it yet. And it's like, I need to be in the right headspace or I'm too busy.
These must be the ones we caught the first time we went underwater. Like it? It's fine, I guess. Nothing special.
Come on! It sounded like you really liked it just now.
You're that proud of it? Is this a sense of accomplishment or something?
Well, yeah. And it's pretty.
You know it's gonna be gone soon, though, right?
What do you mean?
After the festival, this ship will be returned to the fortress of Meropede, and this aquarium will be no more.
Well, I mean, that is part of the whole event things. They are temporary.
So?
So, no matter how much work you put into this place, once the festival is over, it's all just going to disappear.
Oh, trust me, dear. I feel that with every Genshin event. It drives me nuts.
Not making the most of it when we have the chance is an even bigger waste.
But if you know it's all going to be gone one day, why even bother?
For the experience? For the enjoyment?
Well, because
because you still get to keep the things you gain along the way. And those are things that can never be replaced.
Doesn't that make losing them even harder?
Well, if you put it like that. But the happy memories we make along the way last forever. You just have to take a more glass half full perspective.
Like, I like to preserve things as much as I can, but at the same time, I know that even things like my channel won't be up forever.
Not to mention, everything we do here is going to be on film, so it'll still live on in some shape or form.
The irony of Pyron immediately addressing that when I'm talking about my LPs.
And when you look back on it, only happy memories will come to mind?
Oh, absolutely not.
Exactly.
It's been 6 years of up and down.
So it's about finding joy in the process itself.
Traveler, you're back already?
Hence the mass editing project.
What's wrong with that? You say that like it's terrible news or something.
How did you get here? I didn't see you on the deck. Oh, never mind. We need to help Miss Guillotin hide ASAP. The crew is heading over here to shoot any second.
What? They should be done by now.
There was a mishap earlier that cost them some time. I was waiting on deck so I could warn you the minute you showed up. Anyway, you should head back to the captain's cabin right away. They're gonna be here any minute now. Finally! That's a wrap for the scenes on the deck. Wouldn't have taken half as long if the wind hadn't snapped our equipment in two.
Uh-oh! Too late!
Change of plans then. You'll just have to hide.
Hide? And where exactly am I supposed to do that?
Can we eject out of the ship? Because, I mean, we can breathe underwater.
Oh, there's a box over there! You can get in that!
Huh? You expect me to...
Do I need my makeup done for the next scene too?
For the love of...
Let me see. Maybe just a quick touch-up.
Huh? Traveler and Paimon? What are you doing here? I thought you took the day off to take care of something.
You were gone a while.
Huh? Oh, well, it didn't take as long as we were expecting, so we came back early. What about you guys? You're still not done shooting for the day?
No, we ran into an issue that, set us back. It meant Miss Charlotte's crew wasn't able to wrap either. We both still have scenes to shoot in this aquarium.
Oh, that's not ideal. For several reasons. Let us help then. The sooner we wrap, the sooner everyone can get some rest.
All right.
Thanks, you two.
Miss Charlotte's crew can go first then. If I'm not mistaken, you still have a night shoot later. Thanks, Director Farina! Of course! Fellow artists should help each other out where we can.
Agreed. Well then, camera, lights, get set up. Actors, give your lines a quick once-over. Let's try to get this in one take.
She's gonna be in that box for a while.
All right, places, everyone. And 3, 2, 1, action.
So, the story ends like this. But when Duke Saint Germanus departed, he clearly said that everything was beyond redemption.
Huh? That sounds familiar. Wait, it's from that novel I came across while researching the numerological array.
He's only a genius when it comes to mechanics, and everything else, he's just an ordinary person.
Huh? What was that noise? Whatever, I'll just fix it in post.
Miss Jacoba, please don't speak as if I were the accomplice.
Not so hard. This box isn't sturdy enough for that.
This is why I keep saying, don't put too much trust in Clockwork Mecha. Unlike humans, machines don't have a heart.
Oh, this plot's getting personal.
A heart?
That's right. It's what's on the inside. It's also referred to as someone's soul, or likened to free will. You can think of it as a person's core, what makes them unique. In general, though, people don't believe machines are capable of having a soul.
You said my emotion module was faultless.
It is, but that's not quite the same thing.
Do you think I have one then? A heart?
I don't think so. I know so. The question is, do you recognize it within yourself?
That's where you're wrong.
She's gonna bust through the box.
Forcing me to hide in a box and listen to this drivel. Me.
In the end, clocks tick through tranquil years. Fish swim in crystalline springs. No matter how grand a dream is, it will fade away like this. Forlorn, wordless, silent.
And cut.
That was a long one. What did you think?
If she makes them do another take, I'm going to flip a lid. And not just the one to this box.
Well, there were some weird audio things going on, but acting-wise, it was great. It's a keeper.
Perfect. That means
I can get out of this box.
We could do the
it's our
second scene.
turn.
Yep.
Camera operator, set up for the next scene.
Girl, just take a nap in there,
In
honestly.
this one, our protagonist peruses an aquarium in a foreign land and gets swept up in memories of her friend. So, in terms of lighting, that's the vibe we're going for. Got that?
Shoot. Paimon thought there would be a break and Centroni could slip away. What are we gonna do now?
Guess she's just gonna have to hang in there a little longer.
break a leg. Yep, we're headed off to shoot our next scene.
Better hurry while you still have the
Alright,
sunlight for it.
Quiet on set! We're about to start rolling. Ready, Miss Columbina?
These are the kind of scenes you want to shoot last anyways, or at least later in the day, because then you don't have to worry about daylight.
Miss Columbina?
I think she would like this.
Quick, we should roll on this.
It doesn't forage with the others, or prey upon its smaller kin. Instead, it remains where it is, cradled in the coral's quiet beauty, as though the raging cyclones above are of no consequence. And yet, she still stood before the cyclone in the end. So I think that story has it wrong. She is no different than us. She has a heart.
Columbina.
I have a feeling that Columbina knows she's in here.
Uh-oh. Is she onto us?
Is it empty? Is there a trapdoor under the floor?
What is she doing? Cut!
You okay, Columbina?
Did we pull a Linny? Is there a removable bottom?
Oh, yes. I just thought...
It's like, put me back in the ocean.
Why don't we take a short break? It's been a long day of shooting so far. That last take was beautifully organic, though. We can use it as is. No need to go again.
Thanks, Director Farina. But I'm fine to continue.
You're sure? In that case, let's shoot some quick B-roll. Then we can move to our next outdoor scene.
this time.
Ugh! Absolutely suffocating.
Or maybe it was the wrong box? The box behind the other box?
You okay, Sandrone?
Right as rain. Come on, let's go check the test results. It's time for me to go home.
I thought she was in the other box. She's in this one. I thought she was
I see everything.
in that one. Because that's where they were standing. Then why was she flinching when this box was getting slammed on? Or are they connected? Anyways, go to the hidden dwelling. Is that in? Oh, it's under the sea. Under the sea, wherever this may be. But yeah, this is the last week for it, so I gotta get everything done. I've been so busy with other projects. And burnt out.
Alright, it should be around here. Give me some space. I'll activate the water insulating mechanism.
As much as I love Genshin Impact when they have really, really big events like this, it does make me burn out really, really easily. Even if the gameplay is good.
The what?
Alain, much like Renee, had long predicted that the water levels in Fontaine would rise. Thanks to his expertise in mechanics, he was able to implement a few simple measures to protect our home from flooding. I told him there was no need, that I would just move when the water rose too high. But it would seem he knew a day like this would come. Alright, the silt has been cleared away. Go activate the mechanism for the first sluice gate. That will fill the empty middle chamber with water.
Isn't this just gonna let it in?
Alright, now turn on the drainage mechanism in front of the second sluice gate, and this chamber will become empty once again.
Or maybe it's just for pressurizing for us. If we keep it filled, sometimes when water is filled around a space, it creates a sort of airlock that makes it very difficult for doors to open or close. So in order to undo that pressure, you need to fill something with water. The same is true if like a car starts to go underwater. Sometimes you have to wait for it to completely submerge before you're able to actually get the doors back open.
So, this is where you used to live? It's beautiful! There's even a garden!
I feel like we've been here before in a quest.
Back when I lived here, it was my job to tend to the potted plants and flower beds. Still growing strong even after all this time. Who would have thought?
Yeah, I thought we've been to this in like a mirror world with the oceanid fairy tale creatures.
If the weather was nice, I would take Alain out in his wheelchair and we would go for a walk. Before long, we started bringing Polonia along too. Come to think of it, I was the only one who could get around easily back then. Polonia always got stuck at some point, and it was up to me to launch a rescue mission.
Those sound like happy memories.
Happy? I suppose they were. Uneventful, but pleasant. Repetitive, but peaceful. It was like living in a world where time didn't exist. Of course, that was all just an illusion. Death still awaits all of us at the end.
Oh.
Alright, enough standing around. Let's head inside.
Yeah, because if this is related to the other fairy tale kids, that was over 100 years ago. It's been a while since I've done that quest. I don't even know if I'm fully done with it. Truth be told, Fontaine Research Chronicles. Yeah, the Narcissan Cruise. I'm not actually done with the Narcissan Cruise quest, but I think this was a part of it. this place. So I might be getting double whammied with spoilers. One for nod-krai, one for their Narcissan Cruise quests in Fontaine.
This place is exactly how I left it. Nothing has changed.
Alright, Sandrone, I have something to give back to you.
What is it?
Your notebook.
Huh? How did you get... Oh, Arlecchino gave it to you, didn't she? And you... read the whole thing. Just so you know, a lot of that was written a long time ago. At that very desk, to be exact. Anyway, since you've already read it, you should just hold on to it. I can always start a new one. Well, feel free to look around. I'm going to start looking for the gift Elen mentioned. Oh, but be careful with the stuff around here. I'm not saying you can't touch anything. Just try not to choke on the dust. Old notes.
Those we have lost. Explore the dwelling. I guess I can't talk to her. A few old toys that appear to be math-related. There's also some complex mathematical puzzles on the table. Well, I recognize the little one with the little stackables.
Oh, I played with these when I was little. During the first few months after I was created, I mean. At first, Elen and I would play together, but it didn't take long for me to become unbeatable. So, Polonia and I played together instead.
Yeah, these don't look like Paimon's kind of games.
Logic and math puzzles? Those happen to be my specialty. It's been so long. What do you say? Should we play a few rounds?
Sure, you pick the game.
Let's go with this one. The gears on the left are stacked from largest to smallest. The goal is to move them to the other side in the fewest number of moves. Just remember, you can't stack a bigger gear on top of a smaller one.
Oh, God. Can only move one gear at a time. Smaller gears must stay on top. Move all gears to the other side. You mean select a gear to move? I can only select what's on the top. It's like, obviously I can't go like that. But now I can't move this. Because I have to go in a particular order. I would assume that you literally... Aha. But then I can't move that one. Now these are doubled up. Didn't think that through. Because once I put those back down... Oops. Not that. Aha. But I don't want it there. I can't move that one there. I need to be able to eventually move that. Need both of these free. Which I can't do under the Oops, I moved the wrong one, didn't I? Technically. can't move that one. So it becomes stuck. I feel like I'm undoing it then. Trying to get this one free. But I need this. But then that becomes unattainable. This game does have some complexity to it. It does. Because once I make it, I can stack this, but... That's where I was. But I need to be able to get this yellow thing over here. And it's driving me a wee bit crazy. I need to be able to move that somehow, which means getting this somewhere? Because I need to be able to move. Because now I'm back at the issue of this. To be able to get 3 down so that I can move. I feel like I'm going backwards. I want this one over here. And it's driving me nuts. There we go, did I do it? A big section of it over. There we go. Halfway. Dang it. Is that the right one? No. I'm stupid. That to here, 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 to here. Duh.
Looks like it took you a few extra moves.
A few.
My first attempt was the same. You'll get better with practice.
I figured out at the end it's moving one piece to move another. Like put one over and then layer it that way. But for some reason my brain got really dragged up on it.
Well, what did you think of the game?
Fun.
You showed quite a bit of promise, too. We should do this again sometime. There are other puzzles we could try.
It's getting one piece out of the way and then rebuilding the stack so that you can move the actual piece that you want. But in order to do that, since they can't be stacked up a particular way, you have to always put one back on top of each other. That's the part where I was failing. Like, I think I started out good with it, and then for some reason my brain just lost the train of plot there. Like, reviewing it towards the end, it's like, oh, you move the one to get one out of the way, and then you stack the remaining ones, and then you use that as, like, a new stack.
Old notes.
Move one out of the way, restack again. I got the pattern towards the end. I had it at the beginning, and I had it at the end. And for some reason, my brain was just like, pattern? What pattern? In the middle, and just kept chucking it. Some yellowed pieces of paper and what looks like to be letters.
Oh, these are some of Alen's drafts from his later years. Just casual doodles, really. And these are just some unimportant letters. I couldn't be bothered to sort through them before I left.
A faded old picture.
Wait, the people in this picture look kind of familiar.
Hmm? Oh, this was taken when Alen and Renee were both still at the Fontaine Research Institute. Before their falling out. In his later years, Alen would often sit by the fireplace and stare at this picture, wearing an expression somewhere between guilt and longing. He said he sometimes regretted not helping his friend when he needed it most, even if just to stop him.
Yeah, I don't know the full context to that yet, I think. It's for the Narcissan Cruise. Some sort of mechanical workbench covered in all sorts of tools. Nothing a novice like me could make heads or tails of.
This was Alen's workbench. Later on, of course, it became mine. It's where both Polonia and I were brought to life. Before Alen was bedbound, this is where he would teach me about mechanics. I would sit and listen, chiming in with questions here and there.
I'm so worried about the ribbons on her costume, though. If that spinning is necessary to keep her alive, like, wouldn't you be afraid that that would get tangled in there? Because if the moment it stops, your equivalent of a heart stops.
Later on, when he got too sick, I took over and would work on Polonia here.
Wow! This house is filled with so many memories! It's so cozy and charming!
If that's even how she works, I'm just making a guess.
You should have seen it in its prime, when people actually lived here. A lit fireplace, a steaming cup of coffee. That's the real deal. You know, we also used to have a mechanical piano that Alen built.
Oh, how chic!
Alen never played it much. He probably wasn't able to at that point. But I managed to teach myself. Music theory is essentially math after all. Once you learn the patterns, it's not really that difficult. I loved perusing Alen's collection of classical music. The chords and harmonies felt like individual mathematical puzzles. It was fascinating. So I did some composing as well. But as Alen continued to deteriorate, even the sound of music began to grate on his nerves. So I got rid of the piano.
Aww.
Back then, I assumed a piano was like an ordinary clothing rack, commonplace in every home and easily replaceable. It was only after I left that I realized how hard a good piano is to find. Enough about that. Alen's gift should be just in here. The only things undisturbed before I left were a few of his personal belongings.
Yeah, I wonder if his aversion to something like the piano meant he also started to experience cognitive decline. One of those pictures, too, looked like they were of Mondstadt, maybe? This one in the middle here? It's hard to tell with the one on the edges.
Wait, there's a hidden compartment at the back of this box. Looks like it's locked with some kind of gear mechanism. Knowing you, Ellen, I'm guessing it goes like this, then like this. Got it. Am I a genius or what? Let's see here. A box?
Well, you gonna open it?
It's heavier than I was expecting. Just how much stuff is in here? A letter? And a bunch of junk underneath it. None of it seems that important. Wait a second. This should be it.
A cube?
It's a multi-dimensional algorithmic core. Ellen would use it to store information. Only Polonia and I have access. All right, I'll start looking into the core and the letter. Feel free to go through the rest of the stuff and see if there's anything useful.
Okay.
I mean, you must have saved it for a reason.
Hold on. There's another picture in here. This one has writing on the back.
A snapshot of you playing among the plants shortly after you were born. You seem to like these flowers a lot. May you grow and flourish just as they do.
Huh?
Wow! Look how happy you are in this picture. You've changed a lot since then, huh?
It's a baby photo, and technically.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just that you come off kind of aggressive sometimes. Or, you know, annoyed at everyone around you.
Well then, people should stop being so annoying. It's not like I'm the one with the problem.
Of course not. Oh, here's something else. Looks like a piece of paper torn out from somewhere. Today, I solved another math puzzle and made a breakthrough on a construction problem the Institute has been stuck on for years. Am I a genius or what?
No, wait, that's
You wrote that, didn't you?
From now on, I should have people address me as Her Highness the Clockwork Princess, unraveler of all reason.
No, nope, no more of that. I thought I tore this page out.
You wrote this? Then how did it get... Wait, there's more writing at the bottom.
You seem to have developed a distaste for this particular entry, considering I found it in the trash. I'm sorry, but I could not help but hold on to it. Forgive me.
Ellen! Don't be embarrassed. Everyone goes through a phase like that.
Nonsense. I wasn't even the one who wrote that. It must have been Polonia.
Okay, we get it, Your Highness.
That's enough. I told you it was Polonia. You know what? We're done with this. No more rifling around in the box.
Hey, come on. Don't pin it on a dead guy.
Just put it down and let me read the letter. To my little clockwork princess.
Guess it's for Polonia.
Oh, not another word. Got that? If you're reading this,
You've most likely received the gift I left for you. I just hope you didn't stumble across all this while cleaning out my effects or something trivial like that. I once asked if there was something you wished for. Do you remember that? I wonder if time has changed your answer. Regardless, I have another gift. A formula that will allow you to come face to face with the anomaly inside of you. If you even still call her that.
Did she wish to be human or something? I'm curious if she's like a Pinocchio character.
Why this gift? To understand that, allow me to wax poetic on the soul once again. I would ask you to stick with me until the end, but I know you will. You always have. I believe a person should be born twice over in their lifetime. First, there's the birth that grants us life, then the birth of the soul. It's a matter of transforming the life bestowed upon us into the life we choose for ourselves. And to do that, we must look inward. We must make a conscious choice to define the meaning of our life instead of allowing the happenstance of our existence to pass us by. This is the process of recognizing the soul that lives within us. You are my proudest masterpiece. I told you that long ago. But to me, you have never been a creation or a machine. To me, you're just like the rest of us. You have a heart. In fact, some theories think of the human brain as nothing more than a machine, and thought the product of its computations. So you see, perhaps we're not so different after all. Your inner machinery is just far more advanced than most. No matter how one looks at it, the heart is a complex thing, a place where logic and reason collide with our emotions. Your computational capacity allowed you to become sentient and develop logical reasoning. But it also granted you something that, on the surface, might seem contradictory: emotion. Emotions and logic often clash with each other, and those instances of discord can accumulate over time. That is the source of what you refer to as the anomalies within you. As you told me once, you've always known what you don't want, yet you've never wished for anything in particular. Similar to how a blind person can feel when a part of their body is in pain without being able to fully visualize its form, such is your relationship with your soul. So, what I leave you now is this: a formula that will allow you to see the shape of your soul. For if you want to protect your heart, you must first be able to recognize it within yourself.
Of course. Whether you use it is entirely up to you. You are, and always have been, free to do as you wish. Regardless, whether by my formula or some other means, I trust you will know your heart one day. You always were a fast learner. And the smartest person I've ever known. Ellen.
Oh,
You alright?
I'm fine. I've already figured out how this formula works. Let's get out of here and then we can use it.
you made up your mind already? You're gonna do it?
Why wouldn't I? Resolving the anomalies within my core is the reason I came here in the first place.
Need our help?
No, I can do this on my own.
What am I supposed to do then? Sit around and drink tea?
But, do you want to watch?
I mean, that's not a whole lot different
What do you mean?
than the sit around and drink tea thing.
I already know what anomaly I need to resolve. Like Alen said, she's an amalgamation of all the times my logic algorithms have clashed with my emotions.
And by resolve, you mean that literally? Or...
Yes.
But if you, let us in like that, wouldn't that mean letting us see a bunch of your, you know, inner thoughts and secrets?
If what Alen said is true, then I'm about to be... born anew. Or whatever. This is your chance to be lucky enough to witness it. Besides, you already read my whole diary. When it comes to keeping my innermost thoughts to myself, well, I think that ship has sailed.
You're really sure about this?
How many times do I have to say it? I finally let you in as, friends, and you want to question it. I'm not gonna offer a second time.
Then I guess we'd be honored.
Enough with the mushy stuff. Just follow me.
Doing a deep dive into the psyche.
All right. With the numerological array, I can construct a simple formula that will allow you to experience what I see and hear in real time.
Do I have the brain capacity for that? Because if a person doesn't have the inputs, it's just gonna scramble what they experience. Also, these chairs are freaking huge.
Oh, just like St. Lolly's sense-sharing technique. Been there, done that.
Difference being, Seat Lolly has human senses.
Sounds
She's
like
just
that shaman
old.
has some tricks up her sleeve. The arcane and the mathematical are both fundamental laws of this world. Being able to achieve a similar result through both isn't surprising. Anyway, let's get this show on the road. But no comments from the peanut gallery, okay? I know I offered, but I still don't want any interruptions.
The Soul Dungeon.
Is this my heart? No, it's probably just the result of a lens formula. A space dedicated to resolving anomalies. Huh. But it looks like the walls are all mirrors? You made it. About time. Is that me? From the past? You just spoke of anomalies. Well, here I am. What happens when emotion contradicts reason? Shall we sit down and talk?
Oh, it really does mimic my movements, too. Is this really hurting her thoughts, or is this a scenario he conjured up for her?
That should do it. Hello? My name is Alain Guillotin. Can you hear me?
Brings back memories, doesn't it? The time we spent here.
Here. I want you to have this.
A notebook?
You can use it to write things down.
I don't need to write things down. I have unlimited memory.
Damn, wouldn't that be nice with the prices of things these days?
Even so, some things are more important than others, right? You can use it to write about the things that matter.
So you wish me to carry out a basic priority sorting operation?
I suppose you can think of it like that for now. But journaling is also an act of finding oneself. Much like we use wooden stakes to guide a plant to grow in a certain manner, what we choose to write down gives the soul much needed direction. In the act of choosing what to forget and what to hold on to, we decide what kind of person we want to become.
I don't understand. Like I said earlier, I don't need something like this. This is where we were born. Where our life began. Mornings of tending to the garden. Afternoons spent cleaning, reading, or studying. Evenings of cozying up by the fire, listening to Alain share stories about his past. Alain.
What is it?
What are you drinking?
Oh, this? It's coffee. It, makes me more productive.
I want to try it.
Oh, okay. Here.
Did you give her a digestive system?
bitter.
And tastes.
Speaking of, why did you design me with senses? Taste, smell, touch.
Well, I'm not quite sure. It just felt like the right thing to do. I suppose I hoped you might have a life of your own one day, and that you deserve to experience all life has to offer.
Oh. Still bitter. But the smell is nice. I thought those peaceful days would go on forever. You know that's not possible. Maybe. But how was I supposed to know the end was just around the corner? That was just bad luck. Was it? Well, it certainly became a pattern, now didn't it?
I mean, programming
Over
and
time,
sensations
one of the
would certainly be a
habits we picked up
challenge.
from Milan was a love of coffee. We even took to hosting tea parties.
That's the thing, though. Her senses, one, it would be a challenge for him to program, so it's him testing himself. But two, the fact that you have a love of coffee and even a taste for it that registers as decent when you are a being that has probably no need for food whatsoever means he did most likely code your preferences off of himself.
A machine acting like a human. Kind of laughable, right? I suppose that's just what I'm used to. Yeah, that's just what we're used to.
Hey, this place isn't half bad. Great spot for a party.
The heck are you doing here?
More and more people seem to be showing up to my tea parties uninvited. Anyone care to explain?
Can you blame me? I saw Columbina leading Capitano somewhere, and I had to see what that was about.
I had simply asked Columbina where I might find Arlecchino. I have business to discuss with her, and Columbina suggested looking here. Tartaglia and I were unaware that this was a private gathering. Apologies for the intrusion. It
Boys
won't be for long.
busting in on the tea party.
Whatever. Just add it to the list of annoying things that have happened today. What's one more? Since you're here, you might as well stay for a cup of tea.
See? Told you she wouldn't mind.
Much obliged, Sandrone.
Well, look who we have here. Good thing I brought extra desserts. This has turned into quite the occasion.
Capitano, I was just about to go find you.
Pardon the intrusion. Rest assured, I won't sully your gathering with talk of work. We can have our discussion later.
Spoken like a true gentleman. A certain unmannered 11th seat could learn a thing or two.
You know, you really should start being nicer to me, Rosaline. Or I might just snatch that 8th seat right out from under you.
I'd like to see you try.
If you're gonna fight, take it outside. The only mess I plan on cleaning up is tea-related. I still don't understand how our quiet afternoon turned into such a crowded gathering. One by one, people just kept barging in. And then, one by one, they left without a word. Yeah, pretty annoying, huh?
Free snacks, I guess? Did they crash you to look for people, or did they crash because you knew they had the best snacks? Wait, that looks like a face.
Of all my
Like
days
teeth.
with the Fatui, the times I spent with you, Arlecchino, and Rosaline, they were my favorite.
Where is that? It looks like some sort of hungry hippo.
Goodbye, Sandrone.
Don't go, Columbina. We should have just said that. Why didn't we? If we had, would the story have had a different ending? She couldn't stay. There was no future for her here. She would have just faded away. You're right. I suppose that's why you call me an anomaly. Every time you make a decision, there's a voice inside your heart. My voice, asking to contradict all logic and reason. Why didn't we make her stay? Is it worse to fight for something just to lose it? Or not to have fought at all? Don't you find it unfair? One by one, we keep losing the things we care about the most. But in the end, whether I want to fight for something or cry over all we've lost, you just push it down and pretend not to hear.
Yeah, because this is one of the things too about making character quests part of the timed quests, is that this is probably really important information and it's missable. It's so missable. People playing this game for the first time will never get to see this in their own playthroughs.
And now, even Polonia, the other half of Elend's legacy, the last remaining member of our family. Even Polonia is no longer with us. I did everything I could, but it's just like Elend always said. Polonia was one of a kind. There was no replicating what he managed to create. Don't you feel like our connection to the past is fading bit by bit? Like, even the things we have left are slowly slipping away.
I'm curious too what these symbols are in the background. One is an upside down moon, one is a curved upright moon.
I suppose. But you can't move through life without having to say goodbye. And even as we experience loss, there are always new things to be gained.
And maybe it's part of nod-krai that I just haven't seen yet at this point in the game.
Ever so logical. What's your take then?
Like I said, I'm at most Luna 2 at the moment.
Feels like the more I care about something, the faster the world takes it away.
I feel that.
It sounds so stupid, but I can't help it. That's the hand life has dealt me time and time again. Why even fight for something that's just going to be lost in the end? Better to never have had it at all. Better if it would all just disappear.
Is this supposed to be directed at me? Is this the two hemispheres of my brain fighting? Because I feel like I emotionally flip-flop between these two constantly.
Dark, I know. But the heart wants what it wants. Maybe the stellar linchpin appeared because of me. Because of what I wish for. I don't think so. Yeah, probably not. What an anomaly wants goes against all logic and reason after all. Well, go ahead and do what you came for. You're here to resolve the anomaly, aren't you? Yes. What's it gonna be? Keeping me imprisoned here like before? Or eliminating me entirely, like debugging a code? That might actually be a mercy. I don't care. I just don't want to experience the pain of loss ever again. Go ahead. I'm ready.
Should we though? I don't know. Is it eliminating your old self? Is it eliminating a part of yourself? Are you my emotion module?
Why do we keep losing everything we care
I know it hurts, but that's life.
I wish...
I know. I've always known. Because we've been one all along.
Well, like I just said, you can hold the two different opinions in you at once. One that moves forward and one that holds the hurt.
Sandrone! I'm fine. It's okay to cry, you know.
Cry? You've got to be kidding me. Save the comforting for someone who needs it, Paimon.
Just now, that was...
The emotional side of my core algorithm. My emotion module has always been fully developed and operational. Elen tried to tell me that too. I've just chosen to ignore her voice all this time.
Because of a fear of loss.
I suppose. Huh. Come to think of it, it's kind of like the aquarium on this ship.
The aquarium?
What I've neglected to work on. Is that a metaphor?
The old me took one look at it and saw something I would inevitably lose. So I stopped putting in the effort. Then, one by one, the fish all swam away, and the place became even more bleak and depressing. Pretty pathetic, right?
We call that depression.
Don't say that! A lot of people would feel the same. It just shows how much you care about what you have.
So what now?
Now? After seeing what you've done with the aquarium, I have to admit, I think it's beautiful. It's like you said, we get to keep the things we gain along the way. And those are things that can never be replaced, because we choose to hold them in our hearts.
Well said!
Besides, I've already died once. I'd be stupid not to make the most of this second chance.
About your wish.
Right! Earlier you, or your inner self, mentioned something about her wish. What was it?
You think that's something you can just ask and I'll tell you? Think again. I may have accepted my emotional self, but I'm not about to go all soft and mushy on the inside and pour my heart out.
Worth noting too in the annotations for emotional self, it says anomalies. Yep, still the same Sandrone.
That said, taking a step in the right direction couldn't hurt. Starting with cleaning some old aquarium tanks of my own.
Huh?
Metaphorically speaking, I mean. Come on, let's head back to the ship. I need to talk to that shaman.
We're gonna make a different tank that we get to keep? Can I put one in the teapot? Return to the winglet. Okay, I don't think there's anything else here. I didn't see anything like treasure. These up on the wall, I don't know if they're important. Can't see them super good even on my end anyways. Small PC screen, small resolution. I wonder if we'll get a bunch of stuff like this that I can eventually build into my own space. Possibly.
Huh? Resentful lost souls?
You couldn't get comfortable sleeping near the Opera Epicles, right? Well, I bet that's why. The Fountain of Lucine is where all the water in Fontaine gathers. So that's where the emotions within the water converge as well.
Hold on. If it's souls we're dealing with, feeling uncomfortable should have been just the beginning. I should have been able to hear their voices or something.
And under normal circumstances, I'm sure someone of your talents would have. The problem is, these souls are no longer complete.
Remind me how they ended up like that again? You mentioned something about them being split apart?
Yes, it's called soul severing. Renee of the Narcitzenkreuz Ordo came up with it.
Narcitzenkreuz. Oh, I've been saying Narcissan Cruise. Narcissan Cruise? Sorry, it's never been spoken until now.
After learning of Fontaine's impending doom,
I think.
Renee thought if he could find a means for the soul to live on in perpetuity, it might ensure the world's salvation. Soul severing was the first step of his research.
I've been hearing everybody else say Narcissan Cruise as well, so that's probably why I've had it fly over my head.
Unfortunately, his theory of the 4 orthants was imperfect at the time, and a failure along the way caused his physical form to dissipate. Jakob, another member of the Narcissenkreuz Ordo, sought to carry on Renee's legacy and restore his physical form. He even used some of the people who stood in his way as test subjects for his research.
By severing their souls?
Yes. After Renee successfully awakened, the two continued their research, and all the severed souls ended up merging into Renee's consciousness. After you saved Fontaine by turning Fontanians into true humans, these souls returned to the ley lines. But the souls severed before Renee awakened had nowhere to go, doomed to forever wander the waters of Fontaine as listless spirits.
Almost as if they exist outside the bounds of this world. Unrecognized by the ley lines or fate. No wonder I couldn't sense them.
Breaking free from fate was also one of Renee's goals back then.
Not only that, but over time, they began to fuse with other entities. Their inner resentment lured in all sorts of evil beings, which corrupted and defiled them into nothing more than accumulations of filth. But the full transformation must have been recent. Otherwise, the Udex surely would have noticed. Wait, no, he must know already. That would explain the underwater Melazine patrols. No wonder I kept running into officers from the Marechaussee Phantom earlier.
In that case, let's go find Nervalette and we can sort it out together.
No, not just yet.
Why not?
For one, the diplomatic castle alone would be a nightmare. Even though I haven't reported back to Snezhnaya yet, I'm not planning to leave the Fatui anytime soon. Besides, with me here, success is a done deal. Involving other people would just complicate things. All I need is for Miss Lolly to help pinpoint the location of this monstrosity. Think you can do it?
With my eyes closed. This is what I do. I'm a lot better at it than manning a desk, at least. But, how exactly do you plan on resolving this soul stuff? Even to me, there's no obvious answer. Seems pretty complicated, all things considered.
Just trust me. I have the perfect solution.
Oh, all right. If you're that confident, we'll follow your lead. Why the sudden interest in helping Fontaine with this, Androne? You never knew Renee and the others, right?
No, I didn't. And you're right. This problem has nothing to do with me. I wouldn't get within 10 feet of the Narcissenkreuz Ordo or its members. But in his later years, Elen told me he regretted not helping his best friend when he needed it the most. He also felt sorry towards Marianne for being too lost in his mechanical research to look after her properly. If he were still with us, I think he'd do the same. He might have a few choice words to say about it, but even after everything, he wouldn't leave his friend's mess for someone else to clean up. Friends shouldn't hold grudges or leave behind regrets. Fixing what happened between him and Renee was one of his greatest wishes. All I'm doing is fulfilling it in his stead.
You know, you really do seem a little different now.
You mean everything that just happened wasn't for nothing? Why, thank you for pointing out the obvious, Paimon.
Giving those aquarium tanks a good cleaning, huh?
Just washing off the grime of the past. Turns out, a lot can build up after being ignored for so long.
What's this about aquarium tanks all of a sudden? They go off on some grand adventure and what? Now they have their own private code? Stupid.
You can hear my brain, girl.
All right then, Lolly. Tracking this thing down is up to you.
Huh? Oh, right. No problem.
You get this, Granny Eatsley!
I can't believe they have a way of talking that I don't immediately understand and leaves me out, says woman who has cracked the firewall to my literal brain. You got this, Granny Eatsley.
You, come with me to Hotel de Boer for a drink. Right now.
Why?
Why? Because I said so. Miss Guillotin, I'll report back on the location tomorrow morning. Just need a drink or two first to bolster me up.
Well, don't let me keep you.
All right, you. Time to go. I've got scores that need settling.
Huh?
You're the most jealous woman I know. You've met other women. Anyway, those we have lost complete. Wait until the next day. Oh, she's still here.
Listless, abandoned souls. An accumulation of resentment and filth.
Yeah, let's see. Fontinalia film. Yeah, it is done. Okay. Before meeting her friends, she seems intent on resolving her own arrows first. Now that she's been born anew, what will she choose to do next? And that will be the next piece. So, venue affairs. Anything open yet? Nope, I guess not. Alright. So I guess this is most likely... Can I go through here? Where I am going to leave out for this episode. The notes I was looking at for keeping track of things kind of like skewed off. It was expecting me to do a whole bunch of other stuff that didn't actually occur for this quest, so awkward. Those will probably actually be part in the other quest maybe, or I don't know. I don't know who wrote this guide, but there's other stuff it expected me to do. Like have some sort of tea time and stuff, but that is not the case, so somebody probably accidentally fused those two together because this has a check mark, which means it's done, and I am nowhere near close getting any sort of popularity thing, so that is most likely going to be a post-game event, by the looks of things. I guess this is where I called it for this part. It kind of felt shorter than the other ones, but that's fine with me considering I have at least one more story part to go, and then probably like a big gameplay session, which I will most likely live stream. It'll probably also have story in it, I don't know, but just in case it's mostly repetitive gameplay, I will most likely stream that. So for now, this is where I'm going to call it. Thank you so much to everyone who has joined. Like and subscribe if you would like to see more Genshin Impact, and I hope to see you all in future streams. Bye-bye!